Hi everybody, my name is Lewis and this is Traditional Black Powder. Today we're going to spend a few minutes taking a look at this guy, the Svord Peasant Knife. Alright, this is the Svord Peasant Knife. I hope I pronounced it correctly. This particular model is the one that has the wooden scales. They also come with plastic scales, and the plastic ones you can find on Amazon for about, I think, $15, right about there. This particular one with wood, I think I paid around $25, $26, somewhere in there. And this design has been around for centuries. These knives are made in New Zealand, and there's really not a whole lot to it. You have the two screws. The back screw will apply the amount of pressure that's needed to actually keep the blade from coming out. So you can see over here, by adjusting this screw, it'll narrow this gap over here, and it'll keep the pressure from the knife shaking out. And on the front screw, you can adjust the amount of force it takes to open the blade. Inside of it, right about there, there's a little middle pin that's stuck into one of the scales that keeps the blade from over travel. It's kind of like a stop pin, I guess. And it really doesn't get much simpler than that. So let me give you some specs on the knife. We'll open it here so you can see. The blade length is about 3 inches. The overall length of the knife is 8 1/4. The blade thickness is 0.084. It's made out of a high carbon steel, and obviously the wood handles. And I think they had it listed for at around 2.3 ounces, and which just makes it pretty light. It's really easy to carry if that's what you want to do. And I think I mentioned it before that these things are made in New Zealand. Now, if you look closely at the blade, see if I can get this to focus. Yeah, it's kind of a flat grind, and came out of the factory fairly sharp. I haven't touched the edge, so it's definitely will cut out of, at least this particular model that I got. Definitely would do the job out of the box. So these knives are very simple. There's really not a whole lot to them. Easy to maintain. Once you have the blade open, when you put your hand over the top, it can't move out, because you're actually squeezing the two scales together, which is actually putting pressure on that, and also having your hand on top of it. It's very secure. You don't have to worry about the blade moving or coming undone. And also, if you actually grip it from the front and not the back, because the back, if you do it from the back, it's going to try to squeeze it, and you're not going to be able to open it that easy. So when you close it, if you want to just put light pressure on the front, it'll easily swing close. And then by closing it, depending on how you adjust it, great. you want to smell this. Thomas. So a very elegant and simple design. Not, like I said, not a whole lot to it, but still, it's a pretty cool looking knife, and different than most of the stuff that you see out there today. And I'm glad that they're still making these, because it's different, and it's gives you a little variety, different type of mechanism. Although it's simple, it's still a fun looking knife. What I would use this for? Well, maybe some camp chores. I could use this also as a patch knife for the muzzle loading that I do. I think it's kind of cool looking, and it would be fun to have or add to your collection if you enjoyed the period type knives. And this one would be right up the alley of somebody that enjoys that kind of stuff, especially with the wood scales. This particular model, I don't know if I can see here, but it's got, it's pretty nice wood. Let me close that. It's got some pretty nice wood. and it's by no means really finished. I mean, it's still a little rough, you know, but that's no big deal. You can always sand it down and restain it if that's what you want to. But to me, it doesn't matter. It just adds character to the knife. So if you get a chance, I would definitely pick one of these up. They're definitely affordable. You can find plastic ones for around $15, and I like the wooden handle ones, so I paid a little bit more, but definitely worth it. Unusual. I mean, these guys have been around forever, but unusual type of folder for what we see in the market today, but still very useful. So thanks a lot for joining me, and until next time, keep the tradition alive.